Hi and welcome to BioStock studio here at Medicon Village in Lund. This year marks 10 years since the founding of biotech company Saniona that develops treatments for rare diseases. And today I am joined by Jørgen Drejer, the founder and current CSO at Saniona, who will tell us more about the company and its journey. Welcome, Jørgen.
Thank you.
So, first of all, could you tell us about your decision to found Saniona?
Yeah, Saniona really came out of the Danish biotech company Neurosearch, which I also co-founded back in '89. And it really became one of the leading biotech companies in Europe in the start of this millennium. So at Neurosearch, I was responsible for the research, and we built up a quite unique ion channel research team there, one of the best in the industry. And we made a number of partnerships with some of the largest pharma companies. But back in 2010, around that time, Neurosearch decided to go in a different direction, a different strategy, and focus away from early research and development. And at that time, I then got together with my team, and we decided we would do something else. And it was Saniona that came out of that back in November 2011.
And of course, in the past 10 years, Saniona has changed a lot, maybe especially in the last 2 years since Rami Levin became the new CEO. Can you tell us a bit about what this has been like?
Yes, there's been a lot of changes and a lot of things has happened in Saniona over the last 10 years, of course. So as you know, Saniona started out as an early stage research company with a partnership strategy. So when we started new programs, we would simply go out and look for a partner that could later develop the compounds. And we were quite successful in that. We had a number of big partnerships with some of the largest pharma companies in the world. It was Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson, Boehringer Ingelheim. And this paid most of our research costs for the first many years and also really validated our technology, our programs. We also took the company public in Stockholm, and that really enabled us to start clinical studies on Tesomet. And when we came out with the phase 2 data, really encouraging data in 2 rare disease indications, then we really reached a crossroad, I would say. So we could, of course, continue with the partnering strategy and sell the product and wait for royalties to kick in. But we could also actually take the brave step and go all the way ourselves and keep the upside, the full upside for ourselves. Of course, when we made the business case, it was a fantastic case. But we also realized clearly that this would take a completely new company to do this. It would be new competencies that we needed to bring into the company and really essentially build a new company on top of what we had in our research team here in Copenhagen. But that was the decision that was finally made in 2019 to try to go all the way. So we brought in Rami Levin, who should champion this major transformation of the company. And so his job would be to then build a US office, that was one of the goals, but also to bring all of these competencies, these functions into the company that could make a late-stage full biopharmaceutical company. And this should also be a company that was focused in rare diseases and that ultimately would be able to commercialize around the world.
So when you then look back at the journey that Saniona has been on for the past 10 years, what are you the most proud of?
Yeah, it has been, we have had accomplished a lot over those years, and I'm really proud that we have been able to advance Tesomet through proof of concept studies in these 2 rare indications with such a high unmet medical need. But I'm also very proud of the next compounds coming up in our pipeline, because these come out of our ion channel drug discovery engine. This is SAN711 in phase 1 and 903 coming very shortly after. So these are really innovative new programs. They could be first-in-class treatments for very severe diseases. So I'm so proud of this research team that I worked with for so many years now. They have again and again delivered new innovative treatments, opportunities, and I'm sure they will also make breakthrough discoveries in the future. So it's such a pleasure to go to the lab every day.
That's really nice to hear. And you mentioned the future there. So when you look ahead, what do you see in Saniona's future?
Yeah, so when we started 10 years ago, of course, it was hard to imagine that we might develop into a fully integrated biopharmaceutical company with own development, own products on the market that could be sold around the world. There are, of course, companies that have done that before. There are Sobi, Alexion, there's Genzyme, there's plenty. So it can be done to bring, again, new products out of that pipeline into the rare disease patient field. But I really believe that we can do that now, and I know that Rami believes the same. So I think this will be the future of Saniona.
Well, it's been a pleasure to hear you talk about the past 10 years, and we look forward to following Saniona's future journey then. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you very much.